Hello everyone. Please enjoy my presentation on the aging simulation project. So for this activity, I decided to complete it on Father's Day because I knew that we had a trip planned to the Brookfield Zoo. And if you've never been to the Brookfield Zoo, it's like right outside of Chicago, and I highly recommend it. It's awesome. It has a really cool gorilla exhibit and dolphins, and I don't know, it's huge, but I highly recommend it. It's very cool. Yep, so I went to the Brookfield Zoo with my daughter and my parents, which was nice because I had like extra support in like supervising her, but also I had someone to document this activity too. So the first part of the activity was the split peas. As you can see, my tennis shoes are full of them. So this was like okay. It was mostly just like annoying. Kind of feels like when you go to the park and you get like wood chips or rocks stuck in your shoes and then you just want to like empty them because it feels uncomfortable. I only did this part for like the first like hour or two because we did a ton of walking and my feet were like killing me by the end, with or without the peas. It was a lot of walking. The second part, the purchasing an item with a small envelope, this was really hard because I have really small hands and the gloves were oversized, so on top of having like that sensory alteration, it was just really difficult to actually get the dollar bills out of the envelope and then actually stick it in that machine. That was really tricky too because I just didn't have that control. And I could see how that would be really frustrating, especially if you were in line at like a really busy store like Target or what have you, and there were people waiting. I could see how that would make me feel panicked because there were other people waiting to like purchase because this was right after the dolphin show. So it was really busy. I chose not to do the cotton balls in the ears because I already have hearing loss, and so just from personal experience, I know like that it can be kind of frustrating trying to have conversations. I have something called cookie bite hearing loss, and it's just this genetic condition that I've always had, and I didn't even know I had it for like the first, I don't know, half of my life. It was a long time before they diagnosed. Because I can hear low and high frequencies, as you can see on the screen. There's like the high frequencies are fine, the low frequencies. I think this is high and this is lower. I don't know. Anyway, the high and low frequencies are just off, and in the middle it's lower, and that's why they call it cookie bite. So having conversations with, especially like men, or if I'm in a classroom and like someone's softly speaking from across the room, I can't really hear. So I just make adjustments. Like I always sit in the front row, like in the classroom, so that I can hear at least the professor well enough. The next part is the safety goggles. So without the petroleum jelly, it was okay. I mean, I could see just fine. I had no trouble getting around. Just like my peripheral vision like wasn't very good. But with the petroleum jelly, as you can see right here, I could hardly see. I tried to do the dishes, and you can see I'm kind of hunched over in this photo because it was really hard. I just kind of had to like feel to make sure I was cleaning it good enough. And then there's my daughter Everly, and she really liked the goggles. I believe this is the last part. Taking medicine. This was really challenging because I kept forgetting. I could not remember. Like I was like late, and then eventually I just decided to set a timer on my phone. But even then I don't know, it kind of it made me realize how easy it is to forget something like that, especially if it's like a new routine or you're just not so good at managing medication. Apparently I'm not good at that. Which kind of leads me to my last slide, what I've learned from this activity. When I kept forgetting to take the medicine, I was like doubting myself in the future. Or, you know, what if I have some medical emergency, or what if my daughter is like dependent on medicine, and I just felt like, what if I'm not capable of doing that? And so just from that like short little activity that one day, I could tell how that would affect self-esteem very easily because it seems like something like a simple task. I should be able to like do the dishes, or I should be able to remember to like take medication. or I should be able to pay for a small item without having difficulty. And when you're struggling with that, or when it's taking extra time, it'd be really easy to affect self-esteem or lower it. I also realize it's not that easy to feel like you have to rely on others, or to like want to ask others to help you. For instance, doing the dishes. Again, that seems like it should be a simple task, right? You do the dishes and when you're like kind of a younger kid. And then when you're not able to do that for yourself, I could see how that would be really difficult to say, hey, I need extra help at home with like daily living. And then especially being at the zoo, I was thinking about how hard it was for me to last the entire day, and if I had extra like ailments, or if I was disabled in other ways, then this could possibly lead me to missing out on a fun activity or having to slow down. So, thank you for watching.